Hello, World Wide Web. I'm Dr. Shot of the United Person on the Best here, and welcome to Live and Wired episode 132. Hide your shame. Joining in the chat, we have Under the Veil, and hello, Timothy Armstrong. Hello, Donald R. Nordley. I never get names good. Anyway, I hope that Black Daddy will be joining us. I saw him online earlier, but now he is whisked away. So I don't know what's going on there. But nevertheless, hello, Christus. Hello, Christus. Hello, Zafle. Everyone's got really difficult names for me today. Andres, hello. Andres Calderon Sanchez. Okay, I got that one right. I think probably, but nevertheless, got a nice little show set up here. I actually did put a little news together this week, as opposed to how I've been doing. Though there's we're on the opening. We're just kind of getting into the swing of things, and the first thing I got to do is complain about YouTube because it's just. The last review still has a copyright claim on it, and that has really messed things up real bad. And I can show you all what I mean, real quick. Let me present my screen over here. Okay. Now that's just Mila's got the stuff going on. I've got a community post about that. Can help vote to get her to be the homecoming sweet queen thing. I can't remember what it is, but it's all here. tinyurl.com/Mila homecoming sweetheart princess, and that also is fundraising for the Viter Pirate Intermediate Football Academy, the small town here, their football stuff. That's great. We can do that as well. It's nice, but here's the thing that's been bothering me. It's not any of your fault. I'm not blaming you. I'm blaming YouTube. They're blaming you guys, though. They're saying, like, regular viewers are watching this video for a shorter amount, contributing to 22% fewer views, which is a funny thing for them to say when they also have the audience retention down here, which shows it having a normal retention rate. And considering the fact that the audience is only like 15% not subscribed, you would think if it's true that regular viewers are watching for a shorter amount to such a degree, it would very strongly show in the audience retention there, but it doesn't. But subscriber growth here is is asked because they're not showing it to anyone new. And the thing that's really annoying is the estimated revenue is absolutely fuck all. Which, if you go over and look at the content, you see it says it's being monetized, but then you go over the copyright in appeal. I've got that going. It says it's not monetized there. So it says it's monetized, but not monetized. What does that mean? I guess that means it's not monetized. But you see here, it's affected countries are supposed to be Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Nepal, Pakistan, Poland, and Sri Lanka. Which is why I figured there wouldn't be a frickin' problem at all. But as you see, there's a frickin' problem here. When we can compare this to the One Chip Challenge, like the big thing here is you see the reach. After 3 days, we got 252,000 total impressions. On the One Chip Challenge video, it's something that's not even that's already got more views overall than a proper review. Reach in 3 days was 266,000, about the same on a much lower kind of thing. But you go to Resident Evil Extinction, the last big review to go up, say reach in 3 days on this one was like 400,000. That's how a review tends to have in its reach. Well, you can see the reach was good for the first 24 hours, and then there's a little tink in the angle of the reach, whereas after 24 hours, there's like, we'll show it to less people now. It's not fresh and new anymore. It's just And just complaining about YouTube, the whole thing, and the annoying thing though is just this is my bread and butter, and this was a very minor copyright thing, and I was like, I want to make sure I'm still on schedule, and evidently I should have waited for the copyright thing to complete fighting because I've just kneecapped this video forever, evidently, by putting it for the yeah. I feel like it's by design. No, Wheel of Misfortune, yeah. Or the super chats and the super thanks. That's one of the reasons why the one chip challenge. Let me go back to there for that. But the one chip challenge video that got pulled in 186 from a lot of super thanks there. A lot of support for seeing me go through that kind of pain. Thank you very much for that. The review didn't pull in super thanks because they don't do that too much, but they don't really have to because that's where I get the bread and butter ad revenue. So that's 201 right there. This is just not. It's like, okay, it shows the 1 day and it shows the 2 day, but it seems to think that it doesn't know there, even though it wouldn't show anything for that anyway. So I don't know what's going on with the graph there. But yeah, this was actually shown out to new eyes, so I got new subscribers from it. So I was happy about that. And that was another thing that was really funny about the one chip challenge video. I was expecting to lose subscribers on this one, and no, this was shown out to even more people, even more newer eyes. So it was. Oh yes, I drank all of the milk. We got more milk now. I got a lot of comments saying that I should have just taken the whole chip at once. Probably, in hindsight, I mean, yes. That's the only thing where I'm thinking, like, maybe not taking the whole chip was better. Like, I was extending the amount of time I was in pain in my mouth, but by not eating the whole chip, I might have dodged a bullet through my butthole. The worst movie. Oh, man. That's. You see, I'm too. Most people, you say, what's the best ever or worst ever? They're just going to think of the one they really hate right now or really love right now. And to me, I'm always thinking, like, I always get caught up thinking, like, of all possible film, what is tainted? This, yeah. Probably because my butt burnt less than I thought it would. Like, I had spicy peppers before, and it's. Well, I didn't have ice cream. But I didn't have bananas either. But I did literally go out and buy the aloe vera specifically for this. So I guess favorite chicken nuggets. I don't know. I don't care too much. Like, they just got to be fresh, really. Anything that's been sitting around too much, they take on a woody texture and flavor. Summer of Harrison Ford. Now that would go hard. He's done a lot of interesting stuff, and a lot of really like timeless stuff. He's had a good career. He has. See, popcorn chicken is nice because it's like actual chunks of chicken, not reformed chicken. But for that, I'd like a chicken tender. But for that, I'd like just a chicken. Like, for that, I'd like a turkey. If I could get my hands on an emu, I will eat the shit out of it. I'm gonna roast me a dinosaur. Oh yeah. And they never actually had to stop in the middle of the fight to sharpen the sword again so that they could keep fighting the thing. It didn't start running off and drooling all over the place, and they have to chase after it. Like, get back here, you big bitch! Like that never happened. There's a one time it like left after they shot at him up, but that's not really the same. Summer of Chucky with co-host. Well, I know someone who would never co-host that. Oh, give me the chance. Give me a chance. I think PETA actually had a post. It had to be bait, but I bit anyway, where they were just saying like birds are dinosaurs, so eating a chicken is like eating a T-Rex. Would you do that? And it was like, well, obviously, yes. Who wouldn't? Yes, I would eat the T-Rex. That sounds delicious. You see, I need more not summer, but need more Sunday videos, like second videos of the week. I can make some banana bread real quick. I was about to do that. The bananas are just about ready. I think they'd make a good banana bread, but I got to head back to the store to get myself some eggs and some nuts. Need more nuts. Because last time I made banana bread, I used a bag of nuts, but I accidentally had a recipe for one loaf when I was trying for two. So I made this really densely nutty small loaf and two small densely nutty loaves. And it was kind of a hit. So I'm like, but I want to have a full loaf of bread, not the little slab of bread, the full loaf. But Charlie's there like, keep the nuts. I like the nuts. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get myself some more nuts. And we're gonna have 2 big sacks of nuts right in this banana bread. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. All right, I got a suggestion for dogs. Yeah, I did. I have done dog soldiers. Now YouTube might be hiding it for all I know, but it's there. Well, you see, the problem was I was watching it was freaking, damn it, now I can't think of his name. The voice actor British guy lives in Japan. I think he was hosting an auction with YouTubers for charity ball, I guess. And there were punishments that came up every now and again when they hit certain goals. And one of them was the one chip challenge, which he did. And I was thinking, like, I always heard of that. And I've done spicy challenges in the past. Well, not really spicy challenge. I've challenged myself with spicy stuff. I've never been like posting something on the YouTubes or the Twitters, the TikToks, like, hey, I'm Decker Shadow, and I'm here to do spicy fucking challenge, man. Until now. But yeah, I could theoretically do that. The thing is, like, it's just mostly mixing and stuff, and the fact that I'm still trying to craft my perfect banana bread recipe is, yeah, I did do a hot sauce at some, I think it was on Alive and Wired. I think I had like a set of very hot sauces, and I went through them, and I think that the top one was a bit under the million Scoville. You have a channel. Where would I send fan art to if I don't use Twitter? See, I did suggest Facebook to someone else who had a problem because they didn't want to use Twitter. I think now, in order to initiate a direct message on Twitter, you have to have Twitter Blue or X Premium. Well, they just fucking all the brand recognition now. But I suggested to them to try it on Facebook, and then Facebook's auto moderation was just absolutely overboard, and they got banned from Facebook before they could even send me the message. So, or they sent it and then were immediately banned, so I couldn't see it. So, ended up going through Discord. Now on Discord, I'm Decker Shadow. They don't have the numbers at the end anymore necessarily, so I'm just Decker Shadow on Discord. So that works. If Facebook don't work, Discord might work. I don't. We'll see. But that way, you'd have to send me a friend request on Discord, and then I'd have to sift through and figure out which one it is. Sophisticated Bear. Okay. So that should be easy enough to remember. See, I want to. I do. And I haven't gotten down to it in so long. Like I still haven't beaten Resident Evil 8 VR, and it's like, dang it, this I just is. But I'm a little late on talking about the news of the week. I did say I actually did put together a small news sheet for today. It's fantastic. We have news. A lot of people died, like a surprising amount of celebrities have recently passed away. The one that I really took note of that was recent was Paul Rubens, of course. Uh, but when I was trying to like look up like okay for the show, like who else? Like there's got to be more. It's always in threes. Yeah, maybe 300s because Jesus, there's a lot of celebrity deaths in the last month. A whole hell of a lot. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah. It's yeah, it's not exactly something I can segue off of into jokes now, can I? You see, I have a separate channel for gaming. I made that after I was making videos on aliens, colonial marines, I think it was, and I was posting them to the main channel. And as I continued, I absolutely kicked my algorithm in the ass because I was posting a couple of those videos like a week, just continuing on, and people watched a few of the first ones, and there was a big drop off. Was not everyone wants to watch every single video of that, but YouTube was like, hey, it looks like people aren't interested in your content anymore. Let's show all of it to less of them. And so that was one of the first big with me and the algorithm. Every time I've been like, there's always something that happens with the freaking algorithm. Uh, uh, oh yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 has been doing phenomenally well. That's also one of the topics of the news that I wrote down, both on the fact that Baldur's Gate 3, a hardcore as fuck D&D style CRPG, uh, turn-based combat and all that fun stuff, and like it's difficult. It's not necessarily if you know Dungeons and Dragons and if you know how the tactical turn-based combat works, then it's it is what it is. But if you are unfamiliar with what all of the little options available to you are, then you will get beat the fuck down by kobolds, and you will wonder how the hell that happened. Uh, so Baldur's Gate has been it's kind of like Elden Ring in terms of it has come out and it is doing much better than anticipated. Fans of it were already like, yes, this is going to be awesome, but now it's spreading out to kind of the general population, and it seems to be not in spite of it being kind of like really heavy, really difficult to get into experience. It's not in spite of that. It's more because of that, because so much of gaming anymore has just been sort of watered down and watered down and watered down to try and be as accessible as possible. So you lose a lot of some of the old kind of really balls to the wall, hard ass games. And Baldur's Gate is a game ass game. I'm going to review the Undisputed movies. Which are the Undisputed movies? I'm going to have to look up what an Undisputed movie is. And if Google tells me it's a movie that I cannot dispute as a movie, I'm going to... Undisputed. Undisputed 2, Last Man. Undisputed 3, Redemption. Boyka. Undisputed. Okay, what is this about? Undisputed is a 2002 American sports drama film written, produced, and directed by Walter Hill. The film stars Wesley Snipes, Ving Rhames, Peter Falk, Michael Rooker, James Seda, Wed Studi, Fisher Stevens, and Master P. Undisputed was released in the United States on August 23, 2002. The film performed poorly at the box office and received mixed reviews from critics. Sounds right up my alley, actually. Thank you. Okay. Nice. Okay, yeah. I should check that out. I'm playing in Half Drow and Baldur's Gate 3. They're a rare race that more people should play. I really wish YouTube would stop switching live chat back to top chat. Yeah. It does that. It does that where you're trying to just see what people are saying, and YouTube is like, how about we only show some of it? It's like, no, I want to know what everyone's saying. It's not that many people here. It's not in slow mode. It doesn't have to be. Come on, show me what people are saying. And especially if you're a moderator and you want to make sure that anyone's saying anything a little untoward you can take care of, it's like YouTube's like, nah, we'll take care of that for you. No one can see anything we don't think they should. Just look at Decker's channel. How's my health? Am I doing fine? Interesting you should say that, because I've recently tried to get back into a little bit more exercising, and I've been sore and drinking some protein shakes to try and not be as sore. I just got no, it's not in here right now. That's right, I had it out there. I just got 2 15-pound dumbbells, so I'm trying to do compound exercises, doing squats and lifts at the same time to work my arms and legs. But I know I got to do other things to try and work all the muscles around, and it's like, yeah. I mean, not to your knowledge. I see that's what I was doing walking Lou, but now we can just kind of go outside and she'll just run around in the yard and I can sit on my ass. So I need to get up and throw balls around and like run around with her, actively play with my dog. See, my problem is like I see the vehicle I want, but I can't freaking afford it. So I'm working on fixing up the YouTube stuff so that I'm pulling in a decent income. And right now my car is fixed, and I'm trying to make sure that I drive it carefully so I don't fuck it up again. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 also has had some very, very odd, like, commentary around it. If you search for anything involving it right now, you're probably going to get a bunch of like articles about how streamers are like taken aback and shocked when suddenly there's nudity in the character creator. And it's like, why are they shocked? The menu before the character creator asked them if they were okay with turning on nudity, and they'd have to say yes. So after they say turn on nudity, they make the character and they get to the nudity part, and they're surprised that after saying yes, I would like nudity, they have received nudity. Okay. See, I believe that Oklahoma is more middle America. So like Texas, at least they're like we got the coasts, we got some big cities kicking around. Like there's several very large cities in Texas. So as all the trucks and the shipping going through, they want to make sure that stuff is set and good. Oklahoma needs stuff too. Oklahoma has cities. Oklahoma City is a thing. But compared to Texas, a little bit less overall commerce, less money rolling into the state, less of a thing where the politicians are there like, we should really fix up these roads. They're not saying that. Hell no, they ain't saying that. Ugh. Car tip. To avoid your car from breaking, don't fill your gas tank with moonshine and meth. Found that out the hard way. Well, oh yes, of course. But yeah, there's also like just the console wars kind of raging again, which is dumb, especially around Baldur's Gate 3, which is a PC game and is currently only on PC. It will come out on PlayStation 5 in like 3 months, and then later, at some indeterminate point, it will come to Xbox. They're not sure when for that because they got to get split screen working on the Series S. But they're the studio that made Baldur's Gate 3 isn't like Activision. They're a smaller studio, and they're like, okay, we'll finish the PC version, and then we'll work on the PlayStation version, and that's the next highest priority. And then we'll work on the Xbox version, because that's the next priority. And Final Destination movies. See, they scare me. They scare me. The dang... Though I suppose that would probably make for some content. I could do the one chip challenge. I could do Final Destination. Oof. Oh yeah, I have a PS5. I turned it on a bit earlier to try and see if what the PS Plus games were for this month, and I was just like, okay, and then I turned it back off. I had to update everything because it was I wasn't able to do anything because it was the system software was out of date. But I always turn it down completely because I don't hardly turn it on, so I don't want it just glowing orange at me all day. As it's just a kind of thing. The last game I was really playing a lot of on PS5 was Zenith: The Last City. But then they did their big 1.3 update, and they broke the whole fucking game, and they made changes to combat that made Melee less fun. So I couldn't do the stuff in the end game anymore because nothing fucking worked. I couldn't really raise up my lower character because the game kept crashing anyway, and it was really annoying. And then when I was trying to get in fights, it wasn't as satisfying because, like, blocking was a big thing. You used to have to hold the trigger, which would cause your sword to glow yellow, and you'd hold it up and you catch the enemy as they're coming at you, and then ping, if that happens, it's a big spark effect, and they flinch backwards, and that felt good. It cost stamina. Then they changed it in the updates to where you don't have to hold the trigger anymore, and it doesn't cost stamina, which really takes off the risk from the reward thing. But even worse than that, you just catch them in the thing, and they'll just like swing, and then they'll kind of stop for a couple of frames in the swing, and then they'll just continue the swing, but it won't hurt you, which takes out the feedback from it. And it was just so not fun to do melee combat anymore. And it's like, what have you guys done to this game? They've done some patches since. I don't know if they fixed it. I haven't gotten back to it. I did review Chopping Mall years and years ago. I probably would go back to my old review and be like, ugh. But I mean, I have reviewed Chopping Mall technically. Oh, was that like in the first or second season? Let me look. Chopping Mall. Let me look at my studio. Chopping Mall. 2013. Okay, that's season 2. That is season 2 of Decker Shadow Reviews. I still have the green text on top of the title card saying Decker Shadow Presents. I took that off pretty early on because I was thinking, like, anyone seeing this clearly, obviously, yes, they know it's me doing it. Like, I don't need to put it on the title card. Early on, it was like trying to build the brand, trying to be like, yes, let people know this is Dagger Shadow right here. And I was like, hey, they can see my face and they can see the channel name. Yes, they know who it is. Oh god, yeah, that was back when I was in the first apartment. Big red wall with the white heating unit that didn't work and the old couch. The mustacheless era. That went on for a while. That went on for a while. It was funny because it's like I started growing the mustache for Movember, and right then is when I met Charlie, and she was like, "I really like mustaches. You should keep it." I was like, "I just fine," and so it's just kind of been on my face since. And now I see myself without it. I'm like, "Who is this guy? Who the heck is that guy?" The second couch was very comfortable. You see, the problem there is I can't. Like one of the first reasons I was shaving my cheeks is because it just grows in really spotty. I've seen what some guys look like when they just have shitty beards and they just grow it all out for some reason, and I feel like that's probably how I would look. Like I already figured I didn't want to look however I was going to look before I saw anyone who looked like that. But like I just trim my beard every now and again to not just be long and ratty anymore. So it's like, okay. Death Valley, Revenge of Bloody Bill, or Jolly Roger Massacre at Cutter's Cove would make interesting reviews if you can find them. See, Death Valley sounds up my alley, but also Jolly Roger sounds so out of my wheelhouse. But still, Massacre at Cutter's Cove sounds within. Now, there was someone earlier who was requesting a review and asking if they could, and then I didn't see if they had made a request. Scrolling up, I don't see anything. Dang it. Oh, there it is. Yes, Final Destination. That was the request, right? Oh, thank you, Luke. Seeing the Cutter's Cove one would work pretty well. Nice. While I appreciate the level of details in Baldur's Gate 3's character creator, but genital customization feels a bit overkill. Yeah. I'm just there like, hey, can I make myself a gnome with a horse cock and I can call myself Tripod? Can I? Yeah, what was it? Should be talking about yes. The thing about the title card. The incognito mode for Twitter Blue. Evidently, they've been clearly pushing Twitter Blue a lot lately because they're saying, hey, you want to send DMs? Someone better have Twitter Blue. Hey, you want to make money on Twitter if after already getting so many people following you and having your tweets doing so freaking good? Well, you better subscribe to Twitter Blue. It's like it's like if you had to subscribe to YouTube Premium as part of the YouTube Partner Program. It's like, can you afford it? Well, at that point, technically yes, but it's still kind of a like you're giving me money. Why do I have to also give you back $10 a month for you to pay me the why? Have you considered reviewing Colossal, that kaiju movie starring Anne Hathaway as a unique take on the giant monster trope? Does Anne Hathaway's ass ever get hit with a kaiju ray? For scientific purposes, of course. Kaiju scientist. You could say anything in a kaiju movie and it's still technically science to somebody. But yeah, they're pushing hard for Twitter Blue, as it were, and there's still the little problem of the fact that if you got Twitter Blue, you've got that verification badge right there, and it used to mean that you're verified, and now it just means you pay for Twitter. So every now and again, you just got the someone saying something, and the rebuttal is, "This motherfucker paid for Twitter," and that's evidently the folks at Twitter think, hey, maybe people do still want all the benefits of Twitter Blue. They just don't want to be called out for having paid for Twitter. So, hey guys, how about you can just not show a blue badge? You could subscribe and get all this stuff that we'll provide you with, but no one will be able to see the blue badge. It's like, and what if they see I've edited one of my tweets, or that I posted something longer than 240 characters? Wouldn't that also kind of point out that maybe once I send them a DM and they're not Twitter Blue, they'll figure something out? But still, it's the idea of let's just hide your shame. We'll get more subscribers here. But at the same time, also, it's not Twitter Blue anymore. It's X Premium. Because Twitter isn't Twitter, it's X. But if you're saying like, "Hey, I'm on X," people are just going to say, "What the hell are you talking about?" And you'll have to explain to them Twitter, because everyone knows what Twitter is. No one knows what the fuck X is. For you. You mean it's not supposed to be that way? I thought it was the whole X was about like, hey, welcome to X. I'm not sure. I was sending him messages earlier, and Thick Black Daddy is not responded. I hope he's fine. But yeah, so like tweets are now posts, retweets are reposts, and or what did they try? I think they tried to make tweeting into xeeting, exceeding. It was stupid. Like okay, that's that those kinds of X videos. Yeah. Right. Well, I'm still trying to just like build my Xing. I'm still trying because I can post longer videos on Twitter because I'm a Twitter Blue subscriber. I am trying to build my Twitter presence with my YouTube like videos. Just be like, okay, it's up on YouTube and it's up natively on Twitter. X. I'm uploading to X videos. No. Hello, Carlitos. But yeah. So it's X is just X. Yeah. Elon's Zeds and Xeeds. I mean, I know of him. We've never met or anything. It's kind of like how you never see me and Sticks Hex and Hammer 666 in the same room. It's just one of those things. What was Brain? So yeah. But yeah, I had my birthday party like last week, about a week ago. Last Sunday, and we had a fun time. We got to shoot some rifles and stuff, and I went out there and they cleaned up most of the brass, but I was able to find some brass. And it is funny because we had an AR-15 out there, and I was firing off some 223 right here. And we also had, of course, a 22 long rifle, and got the 22 long casing right here. And this is just kind of reminded me of a little funny thing, because a lot of people know I am kind of pro gun, and the whole reason is because, well, when I was younger, I was more of the anti-gun side, because I've heard a lot of anti-gun arguments, and they seem to make sense. And the reason I'm much more pro-gun now is because I've actually examined a lot of the arguments, and they absolutely fucking suck when you think about them. And this is one of the arguments that I have seen a lot of times. It's like this is a 223. It's a round fired out of an AR-15. And what is one thing that people say about it is, like, this is a dangerous caliber. This caliber needs to be banned. This does not belong in the hands of civilians. This caliber is too much. Which, if you don't know anything about guns, doesn't sound like it sounds like a reasonable argument. This is a weapon of war. It's a dangerous caliber, But here's the problem. A caliber is a very specific thing. The caliber is not the whole round. The caliber is merely the measurement of the diameter of the bullet. The 223 is a powerful enough round with the amount of powder it has, firing it as quickly as it does. And it's got a long bullet, so there's a good weight behind it. A 22 long rifle is one of the cheapest, oldest rounds. It's a rimfire cartridge, not centerfire. It's dirty. It's used for plinking. It's considered to be crap if you're actually using it for self-defense, though you technically could. But it's one of the weakest, smallest rounds out there. And there's something it has in common with the 223. They are the same caliber. And now, if you don't know too much about guns, then that might be like, oh, that's very surprising. But if you're very, very anti-gun, and it's like, well, if you're trying to ban this based on caliber, it would ban this, you'd probably say, well, yes, that's exactly the point. It's like, yes, that's exactly what I thought. Of course, I'm of the opinion that neither should be banned. Just that's kind of how it goes there. That's kind of how it goes. Little things like that. Well, yeah, I guess you could say that. You could say that just a little bit. I don't think that the 50 the Barrett's the rifle itself is large and heavy enough that it absorbs a lot of the recoil, but the shockwave though, whew, you see, unfortunately, YouTube kind of bans that stuff. Like, YouTube's gun policy has gotten kind of bad. like, uh, like let me look, because I was trying to read it, and it was like, okay. You cannot post content to sell firearms, of course. You cannot provide instructions on manufacturing firearms, ammunition, high capacity magazines, homemade silencers, suppressors, accessories, accessories that convert a firearm to automatic fire, such as bump stocks. That is not automatic fire. Gatling trigger, also not automatic fire. Drop-in auto sears. That is automatic fire. One of the things they listed actually was auto fire. Everything else is like, no. Oh. But it's like, you can't show... You can't do kind of... like, gun safety, in a basic sense, yes, but gun operation, generally no. I could show guns in YouTube if I'm saying complete bullshit about them. Like if I'm saying that the handgun round will tear your lung out of your body, like that, I could say that. That's not against the policy. It's horseshit, but that's my favorite gun. That I have is probably still my first gun, my Taurus Judge. It's just a real nice 410 shotgun revolver. It's just such a nice little handful of excess. Uh, well, tanks are perfectly legal. Like they're it's funny because there's like there are plenty of things where there are steps, of course, you have to take, but a civilian can own a tank. There's not. Is there a single state where a civilian can't own a tank? I figured out my new car. uh, oh yeah, there's that. And then when Alec was talking about how the gun fired itself without him pulling the trigger, every gun guy in on the internet collectively said bullshit. Uh, oh God, yeah. Both the governor of California and the governor of Michigan showed themselves on video cutting down the barrel on multiple guns, saying they destroyed them, which to any gun guys knows. The really funny thing about that is, number one, obviously the gun's not destroyed. You just cut the barrel incredibly short. And number two, you have just converted that to a short-barreled rifle. That's illegal, and you have yourself on camera doing it. I don't want the ATF finding about it, this one. uh, oh yeah, the founding fathers owned fully armed warships. Yeah, there's plenty. A lot of people like to try and twist the Second Amendment wording around, but it's not like that's the only thing that was ever said. Like it was found in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and we've been trying to understand it since. Now there's relatively recent history. America's not that old of a country in the grand scheme of things, and the people who wrote that down also continued to write and continued to talk about things. There was like merchants who were like, "Hey, I know you got that whole Second Amendment thing, but are we allowed to have cannons on our ships to protect ourselves?" And the government was like, "Hell yes! Take as many cannons as you want. Geez, this is America, man. Take your cannons." Uh, oh, aw. I love nerding out over ballistics. That's the first thing that I really fell in love with guns was ballistics and calculating, like, based on this barrel length and this powder charge, this projectile will be moving at this many feet per second of muzzle velocity, and it is this weight which will carry this many joules of energy on impact. And based on it being this material, it will penetrate to this much before expanding to this amount. And it's just there's just so much math involved. And I'm like, yes. Uh, whew. Oh yeah, well, you still technically can. It's just they have fucked up the. You can't own a new one, which means the ones that you can get are number one old, number two rare, which means number three expensive as fuck. So it's all kinds of just. On the plus side, being fully automatic doesn't make it that much like more useful, but still. Yeah, yeah. But yeah. Oh, almost forgot. Last bit of news. Hey guys, remember the acquisition that never ends? It's still ongoing. They have not finished signing the stuff. It's supposed to be like within the next couple of days, if according to what everyone says is going to happen, that Microsoft and the CMA are going to come to an agreement, and it's going to the deal's going to be okayed in the UK, and then boom, they're going to sign off with Activision, and there it is. Microsoft owns Activision now. Whoopity doo doo. But as of right now, still nothing to fucking say. That's what it feels like sometimes. Oh yeah, I know. But it's like I know certain rules with YouTube. Like this is a live stream, so I can't pull my guns out right now. It'd be a very, very naughty thing to do. Should never do that. Never do that. Spent casings, I think, are fine. Like, yeah. Yeah, Activision and Bungie, that was a while back that Activision and Bungie kind of parted ways over Destiny 2 or Destiny 1. Which Destiny was it? It was one of the things that there was a joint project, and then Activision was like, I'm taking my ball and going home. And Bungie was like, oh, go ahead, I got the game. And now Sony owns Bungie, but in Bungie's contract, they also themselves decide where their games are going. They are not beholden to making anything first party, no matter how much Sony wants it to be. Not first party, like exclusive. Everything is first party because yes, they are owned by Sony. But yeah. See, I never really got into Destiny. I tried playing a couple, but I never got far enough to start really enjoying myself, so I never stuck with it. Bungie tried to sue Activision because Destiny 2 had problems that fans didn't like, and Bungie said it was Activision's fault. Oh. Well then. Oy, oy, oy. Yeah. Unfortunately, I did not do a poll this time. Of all the stuff that I wrote up for the news sheet, I couldn't think of like a poll. Like, who here would want to hide their, like, if you're hiding your Twitter verification, what else? What other premium service would you want to hide? Your YouTube Red? Your Hulu Plus? Your Pornhub Gold? I don't know. You see, that's what absolutely everyone wants. The airsoft pellet goes 3,300 feet per second and weighs about 400 grains. So no one is on Twitter anymore. It's X. Everything is X. Oh yeah, I really do need to do that. Absolutely. Why haven't I? What is wrong with me? Oh yeah, also aliens are real, I guess. The government says so anyway. I mean, we could also talk about how you can't afford anything, and like the housing market sucks, and like gas, food, everything. No, the cusp of World War III. Like, aliens. Not going to show anything. Just absolutely, aliens are real. But on brighter news, that reminds me of, what is that room temperature superconductor that everyone freaking is talking about right now? Is it LV99? What is it again? I can't remember. Room temperature super LK99. Yeah. The alien stuff reminds me of that because there was evidently some kind of reference to the alien files that was made in the, like, in the filing of something with the paperwork. There was a reference made to the talking of aliens and stuff. But yeah, room temperature superconductor. This is like that time I made a video on the discovery of the Higgs boson. I'm the only one who cares about these things. Okay, how about the other thing? The other big science news that is like, holy hell. Okay. Where is it? Okay. Okay, yeah. Damn it, I can't find the exact thing, but there are currently clinical trials, human testing involving a drug that can cure cancer, at least like benign tumors. I don't know about like the kind that move around you, but tumors. Tumor be gone. Cancer cure. It's kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal, guys. It's room temperature superconductors. Cure for cancer. Science. Get very annoyed that every day we lose freedoms and can't afford to live, and my dad says you can't do anything, so stop worrying. I feel like there can be things that are done, but unfortunately, like, well, I'm a firm believer that people can only be pushed so far. And also, I am very surprised, very frequently now, at just how far people can be pushed. But yeah. Oh yeah. That's pretty awesome. Survivor of cancer. I hope that one day we can look back at chemotherapy the same way that we look back on hospital, like doctors using leeches to try and balance your humors. But yeah. Oh, the benign tumor medicine is a threat to my existence. But yeah, like my father died of cancer, and it's just yeah, still good. Like there was I've known too many people who have been taken by cancer. Like very recently, Paul Rubens, he had a battle with cancer, and he unfortunately did not come out of that one. So yeah. Thank you. I got a good amount on my plate. Unfortunately, Resident Evil Afterlife, the 4K file, I ripped it twice, but every time I load it into Adobe Premiere, the whole thing crashes. So I had to use the Blu-ray in here to rip the 1080p file. That loads into Adobe Premiere fine. So I'm sad. Oof. Dang. But yeah, there's a lot of people I know who have died of cancer, and it's just like fuck cancer. Like when I started Saints Row 4 and they made me president and they said I had to make the choice: do I pass the fuck cancer bill and cure cancer, or do I solve childhood hunger forever with let them eat cake? And I was like, I survived childhood hunger just fine. Fuck cancer. And I know a lot of people who play that section always say, help the kids. But I'm like, no, fuck cancer. Fuck cancer. Yeah. A bunch of genetic testing done for research because of my disability, and apparently I have absolutely no cancer genes. So that's cool. Fuck cancer. But then, of course, I still got to worry about like leukemia. Is it like a blood cancer? I don't know if they got the tumors figured out. I'm pretty sure it'll be a lot easier for them to kind of branch out from there and be like, and these things. And that malignant shit right there. Get rid of that. Oh, you got an inoperable brain tumor. Well, good luck. I mean, not good luck. Well, good news. We don't need to operate anymore. Here's the medicine. Boom. Whew. But yeah, I think that's about the time we got today. Would have hoped that the Thick Black Daddy would have joined us, but final reminder at tinyurl.com/milecheer. You can still, what the heck? Where is it? I don't see it on my preview. There it is. You can still vote for Mila. See, has anyone voted since Richard? Nope. Okay, just checking. I always like to refresh and see. With everyone's help so far, she already shot up from 12th place to 7th. So that's awesome. I'm hoping that it's not going to not going to get to the point where like before with the cookies. Oh God, she had to say I'm going to sell 2,000 boxes. It's like, are you serious, Mila? She's like, yes. Okay, we'll sell 2,000 boxes, and we did. Thanks to you. You guys bought like 2,000 boxes of cookies. Well, you guys bought like 1,980 boxes of cookies. I got a few cookies myself. But yeah, whew, god dang. But now going for the what is it called again? Homecoming Sweetheart Princess. I can never remember. I don't know. It's we got a nice picture here with Lou too. Lou's a good doggy. Okay. So, Bad Boys. That'd be another great one. There's a lot of great movies out there I really got to look at. Oh. Yeah, that's the problem. I'm going to see if I can do anything for her, but as of right now, I have absolutely no idea what that could be, but I'll see. Oh. Oh, that's may as well while we're still here on the end. You have a Kickstarter, Mr. Nanners? Is that worth talking about in the entertainment news? What do you got going on in your Kickstarter? I assume a Kickstarter has started. We have a link to share, or I don't know. Thank you for asking for permission, though. It's a lot better than just being like. Also, it's like, but the whole thing is that audience participation is one of the pillars of Live and Wired. I know I've been rambling on my own and not paying nearly enough attention to chat as I should have, but I guess I saw him online earlier, but I sent him some messages and I never got a response back. You see, I'm no. Like, they're on Steam right now, and they're not good. Not that I've played them much. Anyway. Yeah, YouTube does that. That's another reason why I try and stay on schedule, because if everyone knows to check Wednesday at 5 for the new video, then I don't have to worry as much about YouTube's lack of sending out notifications. Oh, well, Live and Wired, I try and do every other Saturday at 6 p.m. Central. So I have Maximum Overdrive, and I really do need to. Is it right here? No, I think I put it away. No, is it right here? I don't know. But I have it. Didn't we do that for the Stephen King drinking game one time? So is it Kickstarter? Is it, did YouTube just be like, no, we're not going to show that comment because there's a link in it? Oh. It's a feature film for a succubus who escapes hell to become a horror hostess. Right now, we're doing a fun campaign called Pervert Magazine, where you can create your character and get in the mag. Hmm. 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 Interesting. I like where this is going. You had me at succubus. Well, it's either Stephen King or all the drugs he was on at the time. Yeah, YouTube doesn't do that too much. I gotta treat the algorithm right, and then maybe they'll show people that I exist. It's one of the frustrating things. It's like the subscriber number is great, but it really means nothing anymore on YouTube. What matters is how much the algorithm likes your channel. Send a link to get to. Okay, so I can put in the description after the fact. So yeah, I do need to get this stream over. So yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Thank you all for joining. I have a Decker Shadow, and remember. Reviews every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Live and Wired every other Saturday at 6 p.m., both Central Time. And the Patreon exclusive live feeds are the last Saturday of the month at 12 noon Central. I try and keep the schedule going. And that last part, those Patreon exclusive live feeds are the ones that really, really matter because last time I was the only one there. Oh, real quick. Just wondering what your thoughts on possibly doing a summer of H.P. Lovecraft. I think I'd go crazier than I did in the summer of Steven Seagal. But I'd be kind of on brand for that. Quite possibly. Robot suits. I mean, the Switch 2 is going to be too soon for it to really be affecting that. But the Nintendo Switch 3 and the Steam Deck 2, holy hell. Holy hell. And yeah, that would also help.